traveling, it is very easy to fall in the trap that shaitan sets. With murids might follow some waswasa that the shaitan puts about other murids in the heart, or perceived notion that they might have. What is the best way to, especially when the Shaykh is traveling, to not fall for that waswasa or fall into that trap? And
what trap is that?
To think about other murids that they have an agenda against them, or some sort of conspiracy, I would say, for lack of a better word, like that the murids, this one is like this or this one is like
We have to understand a little bit also that if you are always if you are a warrior, then your whole life will be about fighting. Yes? If you are a chef, your whole life is about cooking. If you're a soldier, your whole life is about fighting the enemy. Whether you are fighting or you're sitting down or you're eating, it will always occupy you. Yes or no? Good. So when you are, it is understandable when you are in this way, because we are busy trying to fight the enemy that is inside of us. We're looking for the tricks and the traps of our enemy inside. That because you're always fighting like this, when you are not actively putting it properly to fight against yourself and your nafs, that if you let the connection to be a little bit loose, you cannot stop fighting, because this is our way. So many of you, you've been here for years and years. So you're always in that mode, cannot turn it off. But if you don't step on your ego, now the ego is going to control that fighting mode to fight with each other. This is natural too. You understand? This is not a tarikat where we're going to just try to be in bliss. Everyone is in bliss or in love. No. This is about looking for the enemy inside and outside, yes? So how are you going to be able to control this? What is the key? How are you going to be able to control it? If the Shaykh is there physically or not physically, it doesn't matter. First you have to see, what is my connection to him? What is it? Is there a connection? What does connection mean? Is it just to sit and then to imagine him? You can do that. Is it to study him? You can do that too. Is it to take his sohbats and put it in your life? You can do that too. Is it to look to see what his mission is and try to be in that mission? You can do that too. Is it to look at his responsibilities and saying, let me try this and this? You can do that too. So there are many, many, many ways. This is not a place where we're going to say you have to do all of that. We don't throw you a book and say you have to do this. You have to figure out by yourself. It is all there. We're not going to say, hey, this week you're not making this connection. That no, we don't say that. This is using your will. They are not going to impose their will on you. But this is not rocket science also. You are going to watch yourself. When you are in the habit of always watching, then you will watch this too. If you are in the habit where you're not watching, then this is going to take over. If you are in the habit of knowing that this is the work of the Dergah, this is the work of the Shaykh, then if the Shaykh is there physically or not, it doesn't matter. There's always going to be communication with whomever and with the Shaykh also. When there isn't, then it can be a problem. Even if your intention is there, it can be a problem because the engine it takes a lot more power to start it up. But if you're always in the habit then it's much easier. So now, Shaitan is going to trick you if your connection now is weak, or is just physical with a Shaykh, or it's very small. It's going to confuse you. Now, instead of fighting for what the Shaykh is fighting, you still want to fight, but your ego is going to trick you to say you fight with each other. But you have to fight, because we are in this way for the bigger struggle. You have to fight. But you have to be clear. What is your job? What is your mission every day? What did you do for the sake of Allah today? Murids must ask that. What did I do for Allah, for the Prophet, and for my guide? What did I do? What did I do? I'm seeing so many, they're not asking properly. So yes, the love is there, the connection is there, but then, when you don't do, Islam is not just to believe, it is to do. And it's from this belief and this doing, then you say, inside of this doing, I must make it very beautiful. This is where ihsan falls in now. But then if you believe and you don't do, then there is a problem. Then you're still doing, but you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for your own sake. You're doing it for your family. You're doing it, but you're not doing it for Allah's sake. So watch, see, what did I do for the sake? Today, Murids must ask. If you are busy with this, it really doesn't matter if the Shaykh is here physically or not. It really doesn't. Because you have a job, you have a mission. And you say, I have a lot of things that I have to do. But so many things I give you all to do, you're not doing also. I give you a time also, you're not doing. I give you, no one can say, can we say this today? I'm a slave driver. No one can say I force people. I give plenty of time, but you don't do. Then it depends now, whatever tajalli is coming down. There are times when we get very impatient. There are times when Jalal is there. There are times when we just have to cover it and move on and we don't care so much. Be careful when that happens. And so now, what you are living for, what is it? We have to look. You have to be honest. You have to be sincere. What are you busy with? You can't say, yeah, I'm doing this for Allah's sake. Yes, well, for Yahoo, everyone is saying that. What do you say today? You go to work. The work is for you. I spend time with the family. That's for you. I sweep the Dergahı floors. You may say it's not for you. It's for Dergahı. Two people, they are fighting and I try to bring them together for Shaykh Efendi's sake. This is the work of the Shaykh a little bit. Okay. This person is in trouble, something, this work Shaykh Effendi sent me to talk to this person, even to give salams, this. Then you know, everyone here, are you confused about the work of the Dergahı and your own personal work? If anyone's confused, please raise your hands and I can tell you. Then you can judge it properly. Then with that too, and then I'm going to say, who gave you this kind of work? And there is a priority in that work also. Do you understand? Now if you're busy doing this work of Allah, you're thinking you're going to be having time to think this one is like this one is like that. You will not. Even if someone starts cursing at you, you say, you know what? It's interrupting my flow. I don't want this to bother me because I have work to do. Yes or no? When you don't have work to do, when you're so free, then you start looking around to see who's bothering me, who's not bothering me. Nonsense. Malayani. Don't get tricked also. Don't think that just because you're busy, that you're being busy for the sake of the Dergah. Look to see. Look to see. If you are not busy for the sake of the Dergah, it's very easy. We are here. I'm here. When you don't ask and you don't do, well, then we're not going to say so much also. But I'm here. You can ask. So, and these things that you're doing, don't think you're doing it, to help the Shaykh. You're doing it to help yourself. You do, you don't do, doesn't matter. You don't do, Allah is going to send something else, someone else. Because later people are going to say, he pushed us too much. No one can say male or female. He pushed us so much. Those who take that excuse to say, he pushed us so much, he gave us so much work. Everybody knows what kind of work you do, what kind of pretense that you are having. And if you are sincere that you are doing that, and I'm pushing you, but you are doing it, Allah will save you. Yes? But we're looking, you are seeing Allah is not liking you too much now. How is that? You are starting to forget Allah and His Prophet and what they want from you. That's not a sign, a good sign now. It's not a good sign. So take lesson. Huh? Simple things we say. This has been 1 month. This has been 2 weeks. This has been this. This has been that. Very simple. But this is also something that is specific to the, let's say, culture here. So we need to change that. Because if you don't fix it, after a while, it's very difficult to fix. And after a while, we'll just leave you behind. Because you need that stamina. If you don't have that stamina, then you can't catch up. Then we say, okay, then do that. It's easier for you. Do you understand? Inshallah. May Allah give us more energy and more intelligence. May Allah not make us to be falling into ghaflat and stubbornness. May Allah open our hearts and open our way to be able to be more in connection and to do things for His sake, not for our own ego's sake. May Allah make us to become more sincere and to have better connection to our Shaykh and the teachings of this order. May Allah forgive me and bless you, inshallah. Wa min Allahu tawfiq. Al-Fatiha. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.